What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm J and we are locked in. Now it is Tuesday, our favorite time of the week, our murder, mystery, backstabbing, love affair, can't trust a friend, don't know who's lying TV show, Cruel Summer, episode 10. And if you haven't heard, we just got renewed for a season 2. So we're going to be right here breaking it down because we got the best channel for Cruel Summer. But before we get into this episode, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel and want to be a part of this, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. And people, we need 150 subscribers and we hit 6,000. Thank y'all for rocking with me. And y'all know how this channel goes. I know y'all don't want to hear me just go on and go on. So we're going to jump into this episode. This is episode 10 of Cruel Summer. Let's figure it out, Kate. Let's figure it out. The events that are about to unfold take place on approximately October 3rd, 1993, 1994, and 1995. Time for trial. Now we got lawyers on both sides. We got Kate's lawyer, we got Jeanette's lawyer. Jeanette saying, hey, we're not arguing he say, she say. We're just saying that Kate's over here lying. And the facts that we have, we're going to prove it here in court. Now, Kate's lawyer, he's like, well, look, she's suing us for defamation of character, but Kate isn't lying. Now, we know Kate went over there on her own. The jury doesn't know this. I don't know when the transcript is going to play a role into this, but you have to submit that evidence to Kate's side also so their lawyers can see what they had. And I know when this lawyer sees it, he's going to be like, oh man, Kate, what else are you ain't telling us? They got both of the girls pulled up like it's an NBA finals. They got Kate on this side. We got Jeanette on this side. They're trying to get questions from Kate. Hey, Kate. Then they see Jeanette pull up. And it's just the media friends. They jumping back and forth. We need something. Someone says something to us, please. Because we don't all have access to the courtroom. We have the lawyer's opening statement. And Jeanette's lawyer is doing a hell of a job. She's talking about, this is just defamation of character. She actually stopped Jeanette from making about $11 million. And also she went on TV and willingly lied about Jeanette, making her America's punching bag because everybody hates Jeanette right now. Now, I have been one of the people that been Team Jeanette since episode 1. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, oh, we believe Kate. We with Jeanette. Now, Kate's lawyer is saying, oh, no. Jeanette, she benefited. While Kate was locked up, she was out here living life and doing her thing. Now, they're taking different approaches. Kate's lawyer is saying she didn't tell because she wanted to live the life that Kate was living. Now, Jeanette's lawyer is saying, no. Jeanette just lived life. It didn't have anything to do with her being locked up. This is what was going to happen. And now you're stunting her from making money in the real world because, hey, you went on national TV and lied. Now, listen here carefully. I'm going to have you guys be the jury. I don't want you to choose sides. I don't want you to pick Kate or Jeanette and be Team Kate or Jeanette. I want you guys to take the truth into consideration. I'm telling you, Jeanette's lawyer is doing her thing. We know she was over at the house every single day. Jeanette, you need to get up. You need to do this. So she's making it sound real good. And if I'm the jury, I'm sitting there like, You're telling me this young lady was kidnapped and this girl seen her and didn't say anything. This is kind of fishy here. That's just if I'm a jury. Too bad you can't take notes when you're in the jury box. You just got to listen and try to remember. It's the day of the Marcia show. Now, Kate has on pearls. I don't know if it's the pearls that Martin gave her, but if it is, remember she took them off and set it on the table. She got locked up. So that means after he was killed, she must have ran upstairs and tried to find where these pearls were. Not unless he brought them back downstairs for her to wear. But that's neither here or there, people. She's getting prepared. And you know her mom, oh, you need to look good. And what she does is she put the little head thing on her. I don't know what you call it, but it makes her look innocent and young. So they have a game plan, like go out there and stick to this game plan. But we know that she already messed up what Joy's plan was. And what she did that went off script was when she got on the Marcia show, she illegally said, somebody seen me and her name is Jeanette Turner. Now that is defamation. Unless you have the facts and it's proven that she did this, you cannot just go on TV and say that someone did something. You have to allegedly Jeanette Turner seen me. But no, she didn't do that. And she went in the room and you know Joy and Rod, they were upset. And this is what led to Jeanette cutting her hair because now you got to change your identity. Jeanette Turner, you talking about old girl who lost the braces with the long hair? Not anymore. I'm Jeanette Turner with the short hair without the braces. Y'all don't know me. Hey, you gotta stay low now. They leave the courtroom. Kate goes out. She's not answering any questions. Jeanette comes out, and the media, they're just rushing her. Jeanette, do you think that's an absurd amount? $11 million? If I was Jeanette, I would say I should have asked for $111 million. $11 million ain't enough. But hey, you do not talk to the press because they'll flip everything that you say. So they just like, hey, we're not answering any questions. Let her through. Let her through. But yeah, I would have asked for $100 million and then worked my way down to, hey, judge, we'll take 20. Which, look at that, Jamie's back supporting Jeanette. He doesn't know which side of the fence he wants to be on, but he's asking her about court, and she's like, it's tough. Tomorrow's going to be even tougher. They're bringing Kate on the stand for a hostile witness. Now, she's the one that did defamation of character, so when they get up there. I told you guys, I want to know about the transcripts and how they're going to slide that in on the, on the case, because those transcripts, I think, will be very, very vital. But Jamie is supporting Jeanette, that J&J connection. Kate gets back on the computer and she gets to chatting with her sister. Now, what it says is, why am I so scared for court tomorrow? Because it's scary, but you got this. Any tips since you done this whole court thing before? Choose your words carefully. That's what I'm worried about. I might slip up. But she gives her support and says, nah, you got this. Debate team champ. Now, this is a paper trail, people. We know that this is going to get her caught up. Just like your cell phones now. Hey, anything that's going to be self-incriminating, do not text it to yourself. Do not text it to anybody else. Don't send emails. Leave your phone out of it. Communicate face to face. Cover up your mouth so they don't see what you're talking about. But all this paper trail stuff, including money, like when you buying stuff, it's going to come back and bite you. We know we have some rough patches between Jeanette and her father, and he's really trying to be there. It's just a lot. He lost his wife. She left because of everything that's going on. And they come in here and he talks to her and he's like, Angela told me you're kind of nervous about it. You can still talk to me. So he's trying to let Jeanette know, yeah, I may have said, I don't know if I can believe you or not, but at the end of the day, you're still my daughter and I trust and believe in you. So Jeanette's looking at it like, oh, okay, Dad, I believe you. So that's good. They're trying to rekindle their relationship. Hostile witness number 1, Miss Kate Wallis to the stand. Now, I keep bringing up the transcript between her and her sister. And the lawyer says, so what is your statement? What happened? What did you tell the police happened that night? Oh, I got a ride from Martin. He drugged me and I woke up in the basement. Now, the lawyer says, that's what you told the cops, right? You're still sticking to that story, right? She's like, yeah. We got evidence right here, number 4. Now, her lawyer's trying to say, whoa, objection. We didn't see this. Now, I told you normally when you submit evidence, both attorneys have to have it. Both parties have to have this evidence. But what she did was submit it as impeachment. And what the impeachment is, hey, we're going to go ahead and get all this thrown away because she's lying. So this is just like new discovery. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this right here is important information. But what she does is she makes Kate read the transcript aloud. Now, look at Kate's side. She reads it off. Trauma Mama 79 or whatever it is. What would the world think if they knew I went to Martin's house willingly? You got everybody right, like, oh, brother. You got Joy up front. The lawyer's just like, well, we're going to lose this one, but I'm about to tax Rod more and more. I'm about to run these hourly charges up. Uh-oh, Kate. Over here on the channel, we're not picking sides, even though we are Team Jeanette, but we here for the truth. That's all we want is the truth. Kate's lawyer tells her straight up, look, they didn't tap anything, but what we did was some digging, and we found out Bernice, that's your sister Ashley. She's been hitting you up the whole time. She's like, Ashley, that's her. Yeah, your parents are calling her. But like I told y'all, you got to be honest with your lawyer. Your lawyer can't say anything that you discuss with them. That's that lawyer-client confidentiality. So you can tell them, hey, I murdered somebody, but they're going to defend you to try to make it seem like you didn't. But if they know the truth, it's easier, so they can already be like, oh man, that's just a BS conversation that they had. But now look at Kate. Put yourself in hot water now. Jamie shows up to Ben's house. Now we know Ben messed up his shoulder because he was in a car accident because Jamie was drinking and driving. Now he apologizes for it, and Ben's like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. But what he does tell him is, hey, Vince didn't do anything wrong to you, so he must know about the relationship that him and Vince have. We know it's nothing more than they may have held hands, they hugged, they went to a little hangout spot. But he's like, hey, just because you're upset with me, don't take it out on Vince. He didn't do anything to you. So he's like, hey man, go on about your life. I'm sorry what I did, but don't ruin something else that you already have that's going good for you, because Vince actually cares. Mallory comes over and she's like, are you serious? Brennicky is Ashley? And now Kate's looking at it like, damn, I thought I was actually talking to somebody that been through what I've been through. All of this was a lie. This is building my future up. Somebody that been through what I've been through and was giving me advice. But now I can't believe Brennicky was my sister. And also I can't even remember Annabelle. So I might as well just give up on this. And Mallory's like, dang, are you serious about this? I'm looking at Kate. That's a serious face. Like, man, my back's against the wall. I'm gonna have to do something because we ain't got 11 million. Well, Rye got 11 million, and if she's up under 18, Rye gonna have to come off that 11 M's. And I be damned. Filing bankruptcy. We ain't got it. Don't worry about it. Ben takes the advice and he goes apologize to Vince. Like, hey man, I was blaming the wrong person for this. And Vince is like, dog, it's been too long, man. I was trying to be there for you, and you just pulled away from me. I didn't do anything wrong to you. And Ben's just like, man, I apologize for that. And like I've been saying, Vince tells him, man, I'm scared too. I'm black, I'm gay, and in Texas. And this is the 90s, so you know it was definitely hard to come out back then. So he's just like, man, it is what it is. But at least Ben came and apologized. So it seems like Martin Harris's house is the meetup spot. Everybody just keeps going in this. Now this is 95. Kate's in it. She's walking around looking at things. It looks untouched. Me personally, if I'd have had the money, I would have bought this house off the market for way up under market value, and then, you know, cleaned it up a little bit, put that thing back out there. But she's walking around, and guess who shows up? Jeanette. And she says, this is where you want to meet me, of all places? Oh man, I hope they don't get to fighting in here. Kate tells her, yeah, this is where I wanted to meet, because this is where the truth lies. And we both want the truth, don't we? Jeanette Turner. Just like I suspected, Kate's like, you did this, and that $11 million may not hurt me, but it will bankrupt my family. Because I told you she underage, Rod's going to have to pay that, and I'd be damned, this isn't my daughter, Joy. You need to worry about that $11 million because I ain't got it. I'm filing for bankruptcy. I'm keeping my 11. But she's saying, see what you did to me, Jeanette? That's not right. But Jeanette's saying, hey, you named me on TV, and everybody, I got knocked out by Jamie. Everybody's looking at me like I'm the bad guy. So they're both wrong on both parts, but I'm sticking with Jeanette. You went over there willingly, Kate, and you lied on this girl, and you tried to hide the fact that you went over there and you stayed there. We seen 119 days. You just sitting in the house doing whatever you wanted to do. That ain't had nothing to do with Jeanette. We're getting the truth on both sides now. There is a lot of secrets that are hidden within the chat log. We only exposed just a little bit, just that page. Now Kate's saying, I know you broke in this house several times, and you broke in on Christmas. And Jeanette says, well, I did break in that night, but I didn't go in the basement. So if you seen me, then that means you weren't in the basement. So now they both got their facts on both sides, but neither one of these are gonna be able to hold up. Now Kate is trying to say, oh no, you seen me when you were in the house. And Jeanette was like, no, I know for a fact I didn't. Now they're playing back what happened from both of their perspectives. We know Kate was on the phone. She called Jamie, left that message, but it was just breathing, and you heard the snow globe. She ran upstairs. Jeanette came in. Jeanette seen the snow globe. She takes the snow globe because she hears movement upstairs. She drops the necklace. Now she's saying that necklace doesn't prove anything because I would have been arrested already. And they're like, okay, cool. Now Kate's saying, nah, I came downstairs and I looked out the window and I seen your bike and it had the card in it. Now here's the interesting thing that we did not expect. When she looked out the window, she said she seen a bike with the card in it, you know, to make the while you're riding the bike. But the same night, back in 93, when they did the little throwing the water balloons at the people and messing up the little event, Mallory took Jeanette's bike. That was Mallory's bike that Kate seen out there with the thing on it. And I told y'all we can't trust Mallory. I've kept telling people I don't believe that I can trust Mallory at all. She just like I don't get it. It's something about her, but I knew we couldn't trust Mallory. Jeanette went over there to break in. We know she went in and got the snow globe, but Mallory was out on her bike, and just like she was recording, she seen somebody on the inside of the house. She doesn't know that it's Kate, but she's like, uh-oh, Jeanette's gonna get in trouble. So this is probably why she has the snow globe from Jeanette, because she was like, oh, you went in there? Somebody may have seen you. I won't say nothing, but give me the snow globe. Mallory cannot be trusted, people. Then we know Jeanette left because she heard the noise upstairs. Kate ran over to the window, it dropped, and look who we see. Mallory putting the hood on, she looks over, and that's who Kate seen. But all she seen was all black on, and she knew that Jeanette had broken in. So this whole time it was Mallory that she'd seen. Uh-oh. Man, I'm good. I should be a detective, but I'd never be a police officer. Mallory follows Jeanette back home, breaks in the room. What did you steal now? You were talking about me in that list. You're a hypocrite. You're a weirdo. You're doing all this. And Jeanette's like, well, look, I'm not a weirdo, and we're not even friends anymore. So if you want the snow globe hunt, take it. Now, what I think is going to happen is Jeanette and Kate, they're both talking to each other, and Kate's like, oh, so you're not lying. She's like, nah, you'll probably find that snow globe in her room. What I think is they're going to come together. Jeanette will probably drop the case. They work together, and they set this all up on Mallory for being the one to actually see her, but not say anything. That's just one of my theories. Kate goes over to Jeanette. I'm sorry. If I would have known, I would have never said anything. That, I don't care how sorry you feel for me. You went on TV and said I did this. I still want that $11 million. You can tell them I broke in, whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with defamation of you lying about me, because we have the cold hard facts, and I want that $11 million in cash. Matter of fact, I want it all 20s. That's what I want. Jeanette asked Kate, can I know what happened between you guys in here? Because now they're on the same page. It's like, oh, I accept your apology for saying I did it, but we know Mallory did it, even though I want that money. And Kate just explained, I came over here, stayed the first night, and that turned into more nights. I didn't think nothing of Martin. At first, he just seemed like a fun guy, and we had a friendship, and that built to more than just a friendship. Very disgusting. It happened. There's creeps like that all around. So people, don't let your teenage daughters or your teenage boys be friends with adults of the other gender, and even adults of the same gender. You need to protect these kids. They should not be friends with adults. There's adults and there's kids, and there's that in between, that black bar. We're not friends. Like, come on. But she says there's one thing she can't remember, and her therapist said you need to go down in that basement, and that's maybe going to be the thing that's going to trigger your memory to remember what you're trying to remember. Kate starts to explain what happened the night before she was rescued. Now, she was in the basement. Martin, he came down with a little case, and she said he was acting different, and he tells her that the police came by. It's only a matter of time before they get a warrant. We all wanted to know what Annabelle was. He comes down with this box, and when he opens it, it's a gun, the same gun that Will Smith had in Wild Wild West. I'm talking about, it's an old revolver. It's been in the family. This gun also took Martin's father's life. He killed himself. Now, you remember Martin said he had a fear of guns. So when he's down there, he's telling Kate, listen, go on and live your life. Just know you were truly loved. Go see the world like we wanted to. Just know that you were loved. He sets the gun down. He starts hitting the wall, pounding, crying and stuff, because, hey, child molestation, kidnapping, you get in the book. There's no other way. The dying is probably the only way you're going to see some kind of freedom, because you about to be locked up and they're going to be on your ass, especially with them charges. But Kate picks up Annabelle. She's holding that thing to his chest. She starts thinking about everything that's going on. Pow! Puts one in Martin's chest. You deserved it, Martin. You deserved it. Jeanette's starting to tear up like, man, you had it rough down there. I apologize for what happened to you. If I would have seen you, I would have definitely said something. But Kate's starting to put all the blame on her. Like, I felt paralyzed when I shot her. If you ain't killed somebody before, that's going to be a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's going to be a lot to deal with. You're going to be really traumatized. I mean, if it's life or death, then yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But just killing somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't attacking or nothing, but you knew you had to get out of here. So she kills him. She calls the police the next morning. The police say that Martin died in a shootout. And here it goes where the story ties with earlier. You remember when Jeanette and Jamie were outside and they were getting close. They were trying to meet up with each other. And we see Vince taking the trash out. We hear a loud boom. That was the gunshot that killed Martin. Kate did that. And Kate tells Jeanette straight up, you should sue me. I was wrong. I kind of put myself in this situation. My standpoint in it, we can't blame you, because Martin, he's an adult. He should know right from wrong. He knew that this was wrong. Now, you do get some blame for just being a kid and going over there and staying there. But overall, Martin shouldn't have had anything to do with this. Martin is the guy that's wrong in this whole situation. And I would have told Kate, oh, don't worry, I'm still suing you because you still threw me up under the bus on national TV. So don't get that twisted. I'm still getting that $11 million. Kate, she owns up to her faults, and she goes out there and talks to the press. After talking to Jeanette and going over things, I was kidnapped, but it was not Jeanette that seen me. And there are some truths that we need to get out here. And the whole media is like, how does it feel to be a liar, accusing the girl of something that she didn't do? And now she's just overwhelmed. You still got to deal. There's consequences to everything you do, whether it's right or wrong. If you thought it was right in that moment and this is what you believed, you better have some facts behind it, because the court system, they don't play. We're just having heart-to-heart moments everywhere. Kate pulls up on Mallory and you see her packing her stuff up. She says, "You about to leave?" She's like, "Oh, no, she's like, "You seen me that night." And Mallory's like, "I seen a woman in there, and the reports were you were locked up. So when I seen a woman in there, I thought that was Martin's girlfriend, his sister, or whoever it was. I didn't know it was you." And we became friends. And so I kept the secret quiet, because if I would have said, "No, I seen you in there," your whole story about being locked up in the basement wouldn't have worked. So Kate, she's looking at it like, "Oh, you're right about that." So I mean, Mallory is right. If I'd have said, "No, I seen you walking around," then your whole story would have been messed up. But she said when she seen that Martin was killed, she was just like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything." And then we seen at the therapist's office, they became cool, because I mean, it's just girls, teenage girls, and they relate. The night we seen Kate dancing out in front of the truck, it was night outside. Inside it was Mallory, and she's crying because she's holding in this secret. Like, I probably could have saved you, but at the same time, that messes up my friend's story. So I mean, it's kind of well, I won't even say it's a lose-lose. It's a win-win. You were kidnapped. Martin is an adult. Like, you explained that you seen her. Okay, we got her out of there. Maybe Martin had, manipulating her. Yeah, it's all kinds of things, especially for a minor. Mallory says, "I'm gonna hop on a Greyhound and you'll never see me again." I'm thinking, you ain't got no money. Where you gonna go? You gonna go down 2 towns and just be chilling? But Kate looks at her and she accepts her apology, because they did become friends. And she's like, "No more secrets. And if you leave, then you're gonna leave me here by myself. Don't do that. Don't do that." So they hug and they like squash this little underlying beef that they had, because maybe Mallory did see her, but she didn't know who it was. Come on, Kate. So Kate's like, "I respect that. We're friends now." 1 month later, Jeanette goes on there and they're like, "Oh, Jeanette, how does it feel to have a year taken away from your life? People hated you." She's like, "Oh, things are better now. I have a loving father that never left my side, the best boyfriend. And I did drop that case because it was never about the money. It was just about the truth. That's all it was the truth. She just wanted her name exonerated." Mallory and Kate, they're watching it, and Mallory's still hating, talking about, "Oh, this is so cringe." And Kate's like, "Yeah, it is, but that girl is innocent. You want to go for a ride?" So at least they're still friends. The last thing Jeanette wants to say on national TV is, to the girl that named me and could have had all this settled a year ago, Kate Wallis, I forgive you. The girl, they get to driving and Kate stops the truck and says, "You know what? I love this song, but this time you're getting out and dancing with me." Because we remember Mallory was in the truck crying while Kate was out there just living it up. While they dancing, Kate runs over there and she just starts kissing Mallory. So I guess they better have a little girl on girl action. But hey, this is Texas. Would you look at this? Jeanette, she dropped all this because she had some secrets of herself. She broke into the house one day and she heard, "Kate, help, is someone there? Hey, this is Kate Wallis. Martin Harris locked me up." Now she goes over there and she gets ready to unlock the door, but guess what? Jeanette gives an evil grin. Stay down there, Kate. There you go, episode 10 of Cruel Summer. Let me know exactly what you think. Do you think that Jeanette should have dropped that case? I'm taking that $11 million, man. That was a year of hell that I had to go through. But let me know what y'all think. There's episode 10. And if you didn't hear, we are renewed for season 2. So I don't know what they're going to do with that, but we got season 2 coming. Who knows when? I'm Mo.J. Thanks for watching. If you like the content on the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.